from You Are the Placebo, Chapter 5. How do you get the Mind CEO, Energy Center 7, to open the gate to Energy Center 8? This is an important conversation for the meditation we're going to do this evening. That's why I'm allowing it or encouraging it, is that because tonight's meditation is all about space and awareness. And to succeed in space and awareness, or awareness in space, I'm not sure how to say that. Well, let's just say awareness. You have to surrender. You have to tell the CEO, okay, break time. And let your consciousness disassociate a little bit from the busyness of your cortex and your frontal lobe and do something else for a while. And yeah, Sean, thank you for your raising your hand.
Yeah. So, how do you get the CEO to shut down that role? What are we supposed to do there? It's one thing to say it, it's another thing to go and do it. So what's the suggested route for that in the moment?
In the moment, you turn your back on it, figuratively speaking, as you're and that's more accurate than right offhand, because the exercise that I did to learn how to do it is I moved my awareness. Some of you have heard me do my closet meditation, candle, darkness, where I learned how to feel the awareness without any sensory input. Well, if you take it one more step, if you put your attention consciously sitting here, okay, it's a fair question. We're going to deal with this today. Let's deal with this. Everybody who wants to play, take a breath. We're going to do just a couple breaths to bring this in just a little bit, because right now we're kind of jiggling around. Take a couple breaths in, up, and now just hold through, and then let it go down through your centers. Out Gaia, then bring Gaia in through your feet, up your body, up into your head for just a second. Then let it wash down through all your centers and out your feet again. Now breathe normal. Now put your attention, and I mean attention, right here on your forehead, as if you were to touch it, so that you could feel the touch on your forehead. Now feel how even your eyes are drawn to the point that you touch, because you're giving it attention. Attention is point, attention is particle. Okay, release it. Let your mind open now. Take a breath, release it. Now, I want you to think about the space behind you, broadly, not pointedly. How much volume behind you can you perceive? Now, what do your eyes feel like they're doing? Your eyes cannot see a broad space. They're kind of wondering. For me, I can feel that my eyeballs can't look behind me. They're kind of looking forward, wondering, what do I do? What do I do? And I have to tell them, don't do anything, because I have a consciousness perceiving, becoming aware of the space behind me. The space is broad. The space is high and low. I don't have a point. Feel what that's doing in your head. Now expand that space to both beyond left and right shoulders. Hold your attention still and become aware of space left and right and behind you. There's no way you can put attention on space like that. Do you see how it feels in your head? Now, for contrast, let's bring it in. Take a breath, let that space go. And again, touch your forehead and put your attention here and become aware of how your head actually feels when you pay attention to a point on your forehead. You feel your eyes actually try to work to understand that attention point. Then let go of the point and shake it. And then once again, move your awareness to the space behind you. Your eyes can't do anything with that. So your attention can't do anything with it, but your awareness can perceive space behind you. Now expand that space again over your left and right shoulders. Take a breath and hold yourself in that space. Can you feel the contrasting difference? There's an actual feeling difference in my head. I can feel the difference. Okay, let it collapse and bring your head back into beta, low beta, where we can talk again to what we just experienced. It's a simple exercise. Now, from that space level, you're still in this zone. To get to Sean's question, you take that space level where you've got fair control of it. No one masters it, so I say fair control over it. And you bring that challenge to the CEO, and you just say, be at rest. And you present yourself without challenge, and you just tell the CEO, tell this energy center number 7, fill it with love, fill it with your worthiness, and surrender all your karma, surrender all your debt, and stay aware of space. This isn't a pointed thing. This is a space thing. And you will move through the gate because the CEO knows your worthiness because you are worthy. But as long as you're holding on to karmic debt, you're not worthy. When you let go of the karmic debt, you are worthy. It's an odd thing. I don't know how to talk about it better except very simple terms. So you present yourself, and the CEO just allows it because you are the consciousness, and you just move through it. When you're living in stress, it's his job to run all this data. But when you step out of stress, you let go of all the karmic debt, you let go of all these things, you're in space where you let go of all the stress elements and survival elements and all the karmic, then the CEO has no more reason to hold that door closed. And you just present yourself as worthy, beyond worthy. I am the son of the living, I am the son of the divine. And the doors just open and the angels greet you.
Well, I've got a question, just rolling with where you're going. Would you say that survival mode is actively accruing, or at least conditioning us to this karmic debt idea?
Yes, they're two stinks in the same stunk.
So if we notice ourselves in survival mode of any kind, fearing what's to come, or bummed about what happened, then we're tethered to the thing that we want to release.
More or less.
And so there's our flag. And then it's go do the exercise that you just walked through. If that works for you and the space is there, then roll with that. But every one of us, we know the way to handle this if we just spend some time and get through the busy mind to the still mind, and then all of a sudden we start hearing the beautiful ahas, the wonderful.
My exercise isn't meant to be the way. It is meant to be an exercise, a tool you can use to help becoming very conscious of space mind.
Totally. Gosh.
Okay.
Ray, I thought that was excellent. I thought that was perfect.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't want to stop focusing on space, by the way.
Yeah, but Sean's right. Everybody has a history of different things, but he's also right. And when he makes the point, You cannot bring survival into that upper kingdom. That's why Dr. Joe says, no body, no place, no time. There's no survival in no body, no place, no time. There's nothing to survive. I mean, when you get there, you're an eternal energy being. You can't, there is no need for any of this karmic debt there. There's no place for it. And you hold on to that stuff, you don't go there. Because if you're holding on to the stress of survival, then you don't get to this place with no body. Because you're still holding on to survival. You have to let that person, energy-wise, let go. And it's a very narrow door. It's funny, on this side of the door, it seems narrow. When you go through the door, you go, oh, that was easy. It's one of those crazy things. You go through the door. Remember the time I talk about all the contradictions. You go in the darkness, find the light. I found another one. You go in as a pauper, you let go of everything, but you're received as a prince when you get it. You are son of the divine.